Okay, this video is just on a basic menu. There's loads of ways you can do this, but just I wanted to give you a starting block. But fundamentally, if you've got imagine some buttons down the side, let's say I've got a menu. I was going to add all different things in here for like bounce. I didn't do half of these. I think drag works. Right, these aren't new skills. This is the thing I've shown you in another video. But if you imagine I wanted a button to change the state of play of what's being drawn to the screen, things like that. So when I click menu, it's back there, and when I click drag, it's back there. All I've got is I've got some menu keys. I'm not going to go through the details of that because I've done it in previous videos. It's no different to the keyboard keys. It's actually a little bit simpler. So I've got some buttons down the side and I've got some menu keys, and I've got it so it's working out the height and things. Then down here I've got a couple of sprite groups. We've used sprite groups before, so it just makes for buttoning buttons. The buttons was the list at the top. Look, all right, it loops through and creates a sprite object and adds it to the group. Now, what I've got is by default the screen state starts with menu. Okay, so by default the menu is going to be the first thing to show up. So then what I've got here, I've got the attributes of drag and all that. These are all, it looks really complicated, but these are all to do with my drag, the drag and drop network thing that I did, the basic network that you've used in the last video. So don't worry too much, it looks like a lot of code, but hardly any of it's related to this video. Here, if the mouse button's pressed, I'm looking through the menu keys list to see if my mouse is over the top of one of them, and if I am, I'm changing the image just so it looks like it's been clicked. And then I'm changing the screen state look to equal whatever the button's text was. So if the button's text was drag, the screen state becomes drag. If the button state was welcome, the screen state becomes welcome, etc. And then if it's mouse button up, it turns them all to unclicked. So then when I come to the drawing aspect, I've got, even in the logic section, if screen state is drag, it's got to do this logic. If it isn't, it doesn't need to. Okay. In the same way, game logic, if screen state is drag, I want to do that, don't want to do it otherwise. And here, when I'm drawing it, fill the screen blank with black. I've got the menu screens, menu buttons which I draw because I want them to be on every one. And then here, I've got some buttons I'm sorting, but this bit, if screen state is menu, I'm drawing that little welcome piece of text. Otherwise, if it's drag, I want to draw all that stuff. Okay, but I don't want to draw that if screen state is menu. So by using if statements is one way of effectively creating a basic menu structure. Okay, I would suggest when you're doing big heavy pieces of code, look at putting some things in different modules and importing them, because otherwise your code can get massive, and it's quite hard to mark and quite hard for you to read and understand as well.